All right, Rob from Total Chaos. How's your tour going so far?
Well, I just started 2 days ago, but so far it's all right.
How many shows would you say you guys Total Chaos played about?
What do you mean?
How many shows
On
since
this
the
tour,
Total Chaos career? Just everything.
thousands,
How many?
thousands and thousands.
Since you guys did thousands, how many different countries have you guys traveled?
Asia, pretty much all of Asia, South America, North America, all of Europe, Russia, Australia, New Zealand,
Name,
some of the islands, everywhere.
name some countries in Asia you guys played at.
What?
Can you give us the names of the countries?
China, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, Australia,
Japan.
Japan.
Oh, so what's the difference of the punk scene in Asia than here? Do you see any cultural differences? Or
Each country is totally different.
how about Malaysia example?
Malaysia is different. Indonesia is the biggest punk scene I think I've ever seen in the whole world.
Oh, why is
For
that?
now.
Why is that?
I don't know why, but there's just hundreds of thousands of punks.
Also, a lot of people don't know you organize shows and tours for bands from England as well.
I organized lots of shows for not just English bands, for American bands as well.
Yeah, and you also brought Conflict couple times.
Conflict, Exploited. I booked even some shows for GBH.
And you book all the tours.
I booked all the Total Chaos tours.
How did you come
Europe
up?
and America.
How did you come up with the whole punk invasion festival idea for Orange County and Los Angeles?
Well, you already know I already did the British invasion.
Yeah, that was with Isa, right?
Yeah, but I was working with Isa, but it was originally my idea. So I just said, I don't know, 10 years later, I just said, let's bring it back. But the way I originally wanted to do it was all underground street punk bands and anarchist bands. That's what I originally wanted to do with the British Invasion. I didn't even want to call it British Invasion. Isa turned it into the British Invasion because he said, it sounds catchier. I said, I want to call it Punk Invasion. So you have an album called Punk Invasion. I don't want to call it the same as your record. I was like, whatever.
Tell us about the punk invasion that's going to happen in Los Angeles tomorrow, and Orange County, all the lineup and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be sold out. And I mean, the LA one is sold out. I'm sure the OC one will be sold out as well.
Oh, what bands are playing?
Conflict, Unseen, Blink 77, Clip 45.
How many people does a venue hold that sells out, that place?
1,200 people.
1,200.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite shows, most memorable show that Total Chaos played?
My favorite shows in the U.S.
Or anywhere?
I've had some good times in lots of countries. I can't really remember. I mean, like, we played in Indonesia for like 5,000 people, and the kids were screaming our names. That was really exciting, actually. And same thing in Colombia and Mexico City, and
Hey, I heard like, in Mexico City that there was hundreds punks couldn't get into your show, so they had to tax the show promoter. Is that true? Like 300 or 400 punks couldn't get in.
I've been in shows in Mexico City where there was thousands of punks that couldn't get in. It was pretty fucking crazy, actually.
How many people do you guys draw in Mexico City?
Mexico City, it depends on what's going on, but usually 1 to 3,000 people will come out. Yeah.
So you've been in the punk scene since the 80s. What's the difference now?
Well, the punk scene's smaller than it used to be, but it doesn't mean anything because the punk scene goes up and down. But the kids didn't really earn anything like what me and you did. we had to work, I mean, the struggle. There was a lot of hatred towards punks in the 80s. And nowadays, it's kind of easy. It's easy. The scene's been around for a while, and people are getting used to unusual people, and it became easier. Much easier.
Would you say it's more bigger worldwide?
Well, it's definitely everywhere now. I mean, maybe in the 80s it wasn't everywhere, but it's everywhere now. It's almost every major country in the world. But like I said, overall it's easier than it is, you know?
Tell us about your new album.
The album's great. It's total hardcore, punk rock, totally political, totally controversial, actually. And people actually read the lyrics, you know, and not just go, oh my God, the music's this. I mean, you have to really think about what I'm saying, which a lot of kids sometimes have a problem doing, you know. But I'm questioning everything in the world, always. And I think the kids should too.
How many records do you guys have out about?
11? I think it's 11 albums.
And they're all from different labels.
Well, not all, but a lot of different labels.
Also, you played like Warped Tour and Vans and some other big festivals.
Played everything.
Yeah,
all the big festivals.
What's the like different crowd difference in the punk scene and stuff? Like
What?
the DIY punk, because you also play DIY shows once in a while.
Play all kinds of DIY. This is a DIY punk show, actually.
In Oakland,
I mean,
right?
to be honest, it's just some kids that put the show on. They're renting the venue out from the people's DIY.
You're also a father,
Yes.
and you have 2 kids. Is it pretty hard to survive being in a punk band, or how do you do it?
Oh, yes, it's difficult. But I'm getting more and more easy. I'm figuring out things the older I get to make it easier for me to be able to figure out how to get around corners and pay bills and stuff.
And you guys are constantly on the road. And what I understand is you live in Germany, and rest of your member lives in California. How do you guys practice? How did you get the new album?
We don't practice.
Hi everyone.
Who are you?
I'm Sean Smash.
You've been with the band since 1995
Yes, that's correct.
or 94?
95.
95.
Early 95.
90. How'd you meet Sean Smash?
I met him in 94.
Wait, he was a roadie.
No, I met him in 94.
I remember
I
you
wasn't a
with
roadie.
No, he was not. I met him in 94 because his band,
No
whatever.
solution.
No, it was Brain Bomb or something.
Yeah.
Opened up for us. Opened up for
I
us.
remember you meeting in 94 and I said, hey, what are you doing? I said, you were saying, helping out Total Chaos, roadie for them.
No.
Yes, that's when you had a hawk.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were in 94.
Or
I lived in
something.
Houston.
Yeah, then
No, it was
actually
a
you were
Long Beach.
trying out for us.
Yeah, it
in
was in Long
94.
No, it was February 1995.
Because we were recording the Patriarch Shock at that time.
But I was not that.
I know you were, but you were talking about. We were talking
I
about.
met Jay
Busted.
after that. Like, I didn't know
Busted.
Is that a Houston?
Hey, nobody knows this, but long time ago in the 80s, you were like a real street punk and you were squatting.
I was squatting.
That's when I first met you in the 80s, the streets of
Squad
Hollywood.
behind McDonald's, I think.
It was in the 80s. No.
But I did squat. I squatted in like 87, and I met Jane on the streets of Hollywood, and it was actually a very difficult time for me. But I was at 87, and then me and Jay started talking more and more in 88 when we saw each other at shows, and then by 89 we were meeting up in the original OC Peace Punk meetings and stuff you were doing.
Yeah, back to, we did a lot of, you guys did a lot of benefit show.
Yes.
For Food Not Bombs, Anarchist Center.
That was 90, 91, 92. That we did a
Yeah.
lot of that.
Like tons. No.
Yeah, that's cool.
Scene was different though back then. Like,
It was different, but you know.
but now it's like there's so many different factions of punk rock. It's like
true.
a lot. The fact that we were all hang out together, I remember those.
Well, I always try to promote unity, but for some reason the kids want to stay separate from each other.
Well, you guys have the mixed bands at the fest tomorrow and on Sunday.
Well, I go out of my way to make sure that I show that I'm not part of any particular faction. I'm part of every faction.
And that's how it should be.
But some kids try to push you into a corner and make you part of something that you're not even part of. Just because they want to be pushed into a corner doesn't mean that I want to be pushed into a corner. I believe that punks should all be together and unified as one and not be like crest punks, peace punk, anarchist punk, street punk, fucking pop punk, fucking melodic punk, goth punk. I hate all that. I wish it would all just be
That's
one.
society has to label.
They should be all together, and if you can't deal with somebody because they're slightly different from yourself, then why are you even in the punk scene in the first place? You know what I mean? Why do you want everybody to look exactly like yourself? Then that's just commercial. You're like a normal person. You're brainwashed by your parents.
Sean, what should we expect from Total Chaos tonight when you're on stage?
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a high energy.
Falling asleep.
Hey, aren't you in like 3 bands already?
Right now?
Yes.
No, I was in too many bands, and I couldn't do it. It was like I was on the phone constantly with every band member from 5 bands, and everyone was trying to secure a date or a tour. I'm like, hold on, I gotta talk to Rob. Hold on, I gotta talk to this guy. I'm like,
Hey,
it was ridiculous at one point.
they're done. You guys should set up soon.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Hey, last comment for kids who want to start a band. Any suggestions?
Do it. Have fun with it. See where it goes.
Oh, well. I think you should just do whatever you feel and forget about what other people say because fuck them. It's your shit. And people try to push you into a box, say fuck that shit too. You're not part of any scene, you're part of the punk scene that is a whole. Fuck that. That's what I believe. I think everybody should just be cool. Supporting
Oh,
our
last
individual
question.
movement.
How long you been a vegetarian?
Well, on and off since 1990.
Sean, have you got into yoga yet? Because your mom teaches yoga.
I've been working on it. She's encouraging me to be a yoga instructor, and she's going to teach me.
Okay, cool.
So I'm know that might happen, actually.
All right, see you on stage.
Do you do yoga?
Yes.
Do you swim?
Yeah, all the time. All right, bye.
All right, brother. I'm just kidding.